Всем привет, это канал Resident Game, меня зовут Яна.
Давай.
И сегодня мы проходим Kingdom Come. В прошлой серии мы остановились на том, что подменили нормальные продукты на тухлые. И сейчас пойдем к этому жулику и отчитаемся. Посмотрим, что он нам скажет. Вроде все одела. Кинжал тут выбросить надо. И топор тоже.
I'm honored that a knight such as you.
Так.
So, how am I doing so far?
Good work, Henry. The whole village is shaking in its boots. Soon people won't step outside the door without saying 3 Hail Marys.
Ugh, I'm glad to hear it. I'm beginning to feel haunted myself.
Everyone is talking about how all the butcher's meat went off after being touched by the hand of evil.
What, does this look like the hand of evil to you? So, the job is done, eh?
Not quite.
But you just said the whole village is shaking with fear.
The whole village, but for one individual.
Well, surely that doesn't matter.
That's what I thought too. Only this fellow is giving everyone the benefit of his wisdom. He needs shaking up before he undoes your good work.
But if he's not been scared yet, what more can I do to frighten him?
Well, when he's not hanging around here ruining my trade, he's in the tavern boasting that he'd happily sleep by that empty grave to prove there's no revenant.
Yeah, I bet he would.
Exactly. He just needs a little persuasion. And once he's there, make it the most terrifying night of his life.
И как же мне это сделать?
What are we waiting for then?
It's best to be well prepared. You ought to find out something about him, so there's no surprises.
The gossip woman?
Naturally. And Henry, before we get to that grave, you can still try and come up with more ways to frighten the villagers. The more terrified they are, the more groschen there'll be in it for me. For us, that is. Farewell. Hosts baked in the temple of Jerusalem.
How did it all go?
I saw it firsthand, and
Hey,
it was a right
Henry's
massacre.
come to see us.
The count was huge, and they turned it into a right struggle. Big high.
Про нападение на бандитский лагерь.
Где он был?
Он был с кобылой.
А, это Хрибосавич?
Не знаю.
Хоть потыкай.
Где-то тетя.
Good wife.
You're still here, lad? I thought you'd have fled by now.
Fled? Why on earth would I do that?
Because there's a revenant on the prowl. The whole village is talking about it, and everyone is terrified.
Ah, that. But I heard there's one brave lad who's not afraid.
You mean Felix?
Well, I don't know what his name is, but he's always arguing in the tavern that there's no revenant.
That's him. The fool doesn't believe what's going on under his own nose. He hasn't the sense he was born with.
Is he brave or just stupid? Surely he's afraid of something.
I couldn't tell you. But if he's to be believed, he doesn't fear the devil himself.
And do you believe him?
Well, it's true he never seems bothered by anything. But then he's always with that other pair.
What pair?
Two mates of his.
But he was alone in the tavern.
Aye, they're not locals. But outside the village, wherever he goes, they go with him.
He even said he'd spend the night at the graveside, just to prove there's no revenant.
Aye, all talk and no action.
Who are these two fellas?
They're not bad lads, but they're no heroes, that's for sure.
How's that?
Them two have their fears, but then who doesn't?
What are they afraid of?
The first one wouldn't even go into the woods alone because he's afraid of wild animals.
Ah, is that so? I wonder why.
He got lost in the forest as a young lad, and he wasn't found till next morning. Shaking and pale as a ghost he was when they found him.
Poor lad. Must have been scared out of his wits.
That he was.
What about the other one?
He's afraid of fire.
Why?
His own father burned him. God forgive him. As a young lad, he was playing with fire and nearly set fire to the house. So his pa taught him a lesson he wouldn't forget.
Poor lad. That's a terrible way to teach a child.
My words, exactly.
Ah, it's been an interesting chat. Thanks, good wife.
God bless.
Сейчас опять придумает что-нибудь. Этот дядька. Так.
Бесстрашный вид.
This brave fella, Felix his name is, if we can get him to spend the night at the grave, he won't be alone. Wherever he goes, he always has two mates tagging along.
Like he's afraid to be alone.
Could be.
So, if we could get him there alone, it shouldn't be too hard to scare him.
Maybe, maybe not. He claims he's not afraid of anything.
That's easy to say. I'm not so sure. Only, we have to get rid of the other two. What do you know about them?
One of them is afraid of wild animals. Won't even go into the woods on his own.
I see. And the other one?
He's afraid of fire, but I doubt an ordinary campfire would do the trick.
Well, we'll think of something. Anyway, you take care of the first one.
How, though?
Haven't you learned anything from me?
Чего?
Talk to a dog.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Any particular one, Master?
The most frightening one, of course.
And how am I supposed to recognize him? One looks the same as another.
By his bark, naturally. Can't you hear him?
Да, это
He'd
точно.
scare
Я
the
тоже
wits
испугалась.
out of anyone.
That's a dog.
Either that or Satan in the eyes of a beast.
All right. And what do I do with him?
Have a conversation with him and see if you can mimic his
Чего?
bark.
Yeah, great idea. People will think I'm barking mad.
See you later.
Вообще уже. И каким образом? А где она?
Я не показывал, да.
Я, думаешь, помню? Я не помню, чтобы ты мне показывал её.
Другая улица.
Так. Я ее слышу, но не вижу.
А ты с этим поболтал? Здесь.
Чего?
Здесь поболтал с этим?
С каким?
Вот этим.
Зачем?
Или с вчера,
Зачем с ним болтать?
не задание.
Good day to you. What do you need?
You look a bit worried, bailiff.
How can I not be? What with the whole village complaining about ghosts?
Ghosts?
An empty grave that they say a revenant crawled out of. They talk of nothing else.
You don't think there's any truth to it?
No, it's nothing but old wives' tales.
But how come the grave is empty?
You don't need any magic to dig up a grave. A spade will do.
Почему могила пустая? Ты
Why
же
would
сам
anyone
ее
do
раскопал,
that?
дурачок.
Surely no God-fearing Christian would
Вообще
dig up the
уже.
grave of some poor soul who hasn't even got the piece of hallowed ground to rest in.
A God-fearing Christian? No.
So you suspect someone?
Could be. There's been a band of good-for-nothing itinerants hanging around recently. They weren't making any trouble, though, so I let them be. But this is going too far.
How do you know it was them?
Who else would it be?
What about the Revenant?
Oh, don't you start. That revenant of yours is nothing but idle hands doing the devil's work. I'd send them packing myself if I had the time and the men.
Че, драться надо будет?
Можно поговорить?
Supposing I help you get rid of them.
You look like you know how to handle yourself.
Господи.
Well, that doesn't mean I have to solve everything with brute force. I'd rather parley.
That's how I like things. Peaceful and orderly. I don't need any bloodshed around here. I've trouble enough with one long-dead corpse. Send them packing and there'll be peace again.
Don't worry, Master Bailiff. I'll be the very soul of discretion.
Then I'll gladly accept your help. Is there anything you need to know?
Who are these people?
Just some itinerants who'd rather roam the roads than do an honest day's work. They're not cutthroats, though, just petty thieves and beggars.
What are they doing here?
Damned if I know. Or where they came from. Except for one fella who's from Ledechko. But the rest are
Ledechko.
from God knows where.
Are they armed?
As much as any thief. Who isn't these days?
Where can I find them?
Last I heard, they were a bit away from the village, across the river by the old mine.
That's all I need to know. I'll get going.
Good luck.
Ладно, я сначала дальше пса пойду посмотрю. Вон там какой-то пес. И слышь! О боже. Это вот этот орёт?
Come on then. Bark.
Гавкой. А чё у него рука какая-то валяется?
What a beast you are. Alright, let's see. Ruff. Ruff.
Вообще.
Again. Boo. Boo.
Правда, он так гавкает, как будто у него вселилось что-то.
Boo. Boo. Still not quite yet.
Буф-буф.
Yeah. Boo. That's it. And now I'm officially the village idiot.
for me.
Блин. Пипец, почему он так орёт? Ужас какой.
Хорошо. Ну, перестань.
Почему?
Надоест. Красиво будет.
Вот эта собака. Не может так пес орать.
Problem with stomach ulcers? Buy my potions made from magic. So, how did you get on?
I found that mutt. Although from the noises it made, you'd hardly guess it was a dog.
So you've learned to bark.
I have, master.
Вообще
So
уже.
bark.
Вообще уже.
Bark? I'll give you bark.
Easy, easy. Down, boy.
But what if it's not enough?
Вообще.
Ah, ye of little faith. Besides, can you think of any other way?
If we want to have him there on his own, I could always knock the other two out.
And what if he finds them unconscious?
I can always haul them off somewhere he won't find them.
Just make sure you don't botch it, Henry. It could easily turn very sour.
Don't worry. But what about the other fella?
Ah, yes, apprentice. You have the good fortune to witness a genius at work. Watch and learn. An oil lamp.
An oil lamp?
Precisely. Isn't it ingenious?
A marvellous invention, I grant you. But what do you want to do with it?
That's the clever part. I've hung a lamp like this over the revenant's grave.
О,
All you have to do is shoot it down. It'll fall on the grave
Это будет
and
трудно.
burst into flames.
Well, that could work. Only,
Only what?
how can you be sure I'll manage to shoot it down?
I believe in you, Henry.
Господи.
You're my apprentice, versed in the ways of our craft.
Right, I almost forgot.
Anyway, you can practice. The lamp is already hanging up. It just hasn't been lit yet.
Aye, I'll give it a go. And then what?
Then you just have to goad our Felix into putting his money where his mouth is.
But what if he doesn't fall for it?
Refusing would ruin his credibility. Go and see him. I'll bet you anything if you present it right.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Good. Don't delay, though. Practice with...
Думаете, мне это поможет, если я собью? Конечно. Хочешь ты это сделать? Тогда можно не тренироваться.
Только сама сохранится. Он бродяжка.
Зачем?
Ты же должна их
А где они?
отдали немножко как. Где?
А как я с ними разберусь? А, это эти другие.
Кисточку.
А что, сначала их надо? Прям обязательно?
Да нет, это вообще не обязательно. Просто там денежные его
Нет, я имею в виду, после этого задания их уже нельзя будет?
нет,
Почему?
можно провалиться. Потому что уже не надо никого было.
А Индра плавать не умеет, да? Блин, еще искать тут обход.
Ну, попробуй здесь просто. Если не сможешь. Привет.
Я думаю, что не сможет. Наверное.
Yeah.
Я думала, этих двоих, которые с этим чуваком ходят, можно напугать отдельно. В прямом смысле. Сначала их отпугнуть, они убегут, а этого уже потом.
Думаю, примерно так и будет.
Чё не могу с ними поговорить?
What do you want, boy?
The bailiff sent me after you.
Oh yeah, I'm shitting myself.
Well, you better take a good look at me and think again.
Oh, all right. What does the bailiff want
Что
from
это
us?
было?
I'm supposed to get you to leave.
What's the problem all of a sudden?
Someone hereabouts dug up a grave, and the bailiff reckons you lot are mixed up in it.
Sure, might as well blame us for everything. Why not? I suppose we burned down Scallots too.
Don't play the innocent lamb with me. You know what I think?
No, and I don't much care.
Well, maybe you ought to.
Oh yeah? Why?
Pure.
Because otherwise you'll be accused of witchcraft. And the penalty for that is burning at the stake.
What are you talking about? That revenant in Ledechko? But I've got nothing to do with that.
I believe you, but the folk round here are keen to pin the blame on someone.
But why us? We don't know anything about it.
Well, try telling them that, if you think they'll believe a band of good-for-nothings. And who do you think will take your side?
We'll be off then, right away.
Very wise.
Pure.
Come on, lads.
Нет. Я хотела. Ну, подумала, что так быстрее будет. Хватит. Что ты делаешь? Нормально вообще. Так, вот он, этот дядька. Как слезть с лошади. Здрасте.
Here I am, bailiff.
So, how did it go?
I dealt with them. They won't bother you anymore.
What? I hope you didn't kill them.
And why would I? I just persuaded them to leave. That's what you wanted, right?
Indeed, and I'm glad you managed. Here's your reward. You've earned it. God be with you.
Так, теперь к этому дядьке надо идти, которого надо запугать. Но сначала надо сохраниться, на всякий случай. Мало ли что будет. Где этот чувак? Вот этот, что ли? Бесстрашный Хонза.
I've heard there's a revenant haunting these parts.
Ah, you don't want to believe those old wives' tales.
Well, it's not true then.
Of course not. It's just a lot of fairy tales.
You're kind of sure of yourself, aren't you?
That I am. And what's it to you?
Nothing. It's just that, well, bold talk doesn't prove anything.
Are you saying I'm lying?
Well, can you prove your claims?
What?
Well, supposing you spent the night at that grave, like you say. That'd prove there's no revenant, wouldn't it?
You reckon so? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Besides, since you're so fearless, it'd be nothing to you, right?
Aye, that's right.
That's
How
right.
about something to buck up your courage? Ah, probably not. You don't need it.
I don't, but it can't hurt.
А чё ему дать?
Самогон.
Почему? А чё так много?
Чего много? Один.
А почему он 5 отдает?
Он один отдает никому.
А что тут 5 написано?
Поднимай.
А что это?
Это то, что лучше не дать.
Ну, Игорь!
Отдавай.
Thanks, Em.
So when are you going to do it?
Just as soon as I can in the evening.
Вообще уже. Ты что, писать хочешь?
А ты сохранил?
Да, перед разговором. А что, может пойти не так?
От тебя зависит.
Right.
О,
And
Господи.
now you can. Shh. Quiet, Henry. You'll give us away.
Пипец.
Sorry. What's that you're wearing?
What do you think it is?
I don't know, some new fashion?
It's my revenant costume, of course.
My apologies, Master, for not recognising it immediately.
You obviously still have a lot to learn.
So did they come?
Yes, all three. They're camping at the top of the hill.
Right. I'll have time to get haunting then. Where do I start?
I'll leave that up to you. The main thing is to scare off the two cronies first. I'll take care of fearless Felix.
So I'll scare one off with the lamp,
Yes, just make sure no one sees you shooting.
and the other one with fearsome noises.
That will probably take a few attempts. Ideally, a bit at a time.
Let him work up an appetite for more, so to speak.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Just don't give yourself away.
I won't, but if they do happen to see me coming,
Then you'd better vanish like a wisp of smoke. Or make some excuse.
and what will you be doing?
I'll wait somewhere out of the way for a while, and then I'll crash in.
All right.
В смысле, немало сил будет стоить. Так. Тик. Как же близко нужно подкрасться к ним. Там же свет. Я хочу сначала собаку изобразить. Он меня не увидит? Все, он убежал. Вроде как. А должна метка появиться, что он убежал.
Ну, сам.
А где факел?
На дереве, на могиле.
Где могила?
Что, не видишь?
Нет. А, вон он.
Пожалуйста.
А, я могу выпить. Сейчас скажу, что. Вот это. Я ни хрена не вижу.
Как я тебе попаду?
Не знаю. Он сидит, кстати говоря.
Кто?
Индра.
Это не получится.
И что делать? Не попал. Почти, мне кажется. Пипец. Это он забрался на дерево, чтобы этот факел повесить. Вот. Давай. А что дальше? Чего ждать?
Пока ты еще здесь делать все остальное.
А можно за этим наблюдать?
Да, только не мешай мне.
Я ничего не вижу.
Вообще нет.
А вон. Туда надо идти, наверное. О, смотри. Вообще уж. Вау. Что?
How are you, Henry?
Да.
That was something.
How did you like that, eh?
Wonderful! I haven't had so much fun since I was dressed up as the Pope.
Did you see him run? Like all the demons of hell were on their heels.
One was quite enough, evidently.
So what now?
Now I just wait for my customers to turn up. Come and see me tomorrow before noon, and you'll get your well-earned reward.
А я могу тут поспать? Что-то я могу только сесть.
Кого-то нет.
Печально. Варено протухшее яйцо будет. Серьезно?
Я их видел столько уже.
Так, надо подождать. Он сказал до полудня. Точнее, после полудня.
На следующий день. Не на это. Хрень. Вроде как.
Нет. Так. Косуля вон ходит. Надо переодеться. Чё? Не поняла. А чё, мне куртка не видна? Что за бред?
Какой?
Куртка не видна, видишь? А, теперь видно. Чё за... Странно.
Ремикс.
Вообще уже.
А ну грузится.
Ладно. Пойду за этим. Зоногродой. Что происходит? Что за дергания начались какие-то?
Понесло.
А?
Вот твое понесло.
В смысле?
Как психа. Бей этого ублюдка.
Почему?
Это вор.
Какого? Вот этого?
Нет. Вот того.
Я уже не догоню
You
его.
won't get away.
Попробуй.
Не догоню.
I'll
Фига
get
они,
you.
блин, бегают. Не, его не догоню.
Somebody help me.
Он должен вылететь.
Я тоже выдыхаюсь.
Ну сейчас отдохнешь. Просто избей эту суку.
А как его избить?
Разворачивай его за плечо.
Как? На какую кнопку?
На LT. Здесь он будет.
Угу.
Перед делом боится давно тебя пиздить, просто на него время запаривать.
Стой, козлина. Он ускоряется.
Он отдохнет и догонишь.
Ты в этом уверен?
Он включает спринт только на определенный момент.
Смотри на это. Стой, ублюдок.
Мне тут когда появляется.
Corva, enough. You got me. Leave me be. Had enough. Yeah, you got me. And what are you gonna do about it? That bloated belly surely stole that ring anyway.
No excuses. Hand it over.
Here.
You got the thrashing you deserved. I hope you've learned your lesson.
Интересный
I'll
квест.
amend my life.
Мини-квест.
Very foundation.
А что это?
Believe me.
Это просто во всех городах иногда происходит.
Да, у меня первый раз такое.
You really let him go? Just like that? And did you get the loot back?
I did. I have it here.
Thank you. A thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days.
Так может тебе
And
еще остановить.
just so you know, I'm no pinch burst. Here's a small reward.
Thanks.
Вообще уже.
Обязалась город.
А?
Обязалась деревню.
Да. Причем там же, где был. Вообще. Где лошадь? Я слышу топот копыт, но лошади нет. Это как?
Бывает.
Где она? Чё за бред? Вот она. Она что, не прогружалась, что ли? Посмотри. Я, похоже, на ней стою.
Да?
О, теперь сижу. Да. Так. Дома не прогружаются. Что с игрой случилось?
Почему ты в моей деревне? Охуеть.
Of all colors, shapes, and sizes. God be with you, Henry.
Ничего себе. Он сейчас появляется.
Да. Вообще,
Rare
конечно.
spices and
А этот
tinctures,
до сих пор не
magical
прогрузился.
elixirs and amulets. Ah, my dear apprentice, how happy I am to see you.
So, it all worked out then?
Like a dream. I didn't sell half as much in Sasau.
That's good news. Now, about that thing you promised me.
Your well-deserved reward, certainly. Here you have it. Here's something extra for you. I sold a lot more than I expected, and I think
What will you do now?
I could go now. I've coin enough, but I'll wait a while.
Why? I thought you didn't want to stay too close to Sasau for long.
But what if you needed my help?
Indeed. How could I forget all you've done for me? Well,
At least I'll know where to find you.
Вообще. Понапугали местных жителей и ушли. Ой, чё, карта 2 часа будет грузиться.
Твой компук тебя раздал.
Нет. Угу. Может, хватит. А куда теперь идти? В Скалицу? Нет. А где этот пан? Я забыла. Нет. Вот здесь? Нет, не здесь. Ну, Игорь! Скажи мне! Вратает. А чё, метки нет?
Не знаю, я не поставил миссию.
Он точно вратает?
Он всегда вратает. Он больше некуда.
А, чё так медленно? Генри, I'm glad you stopped by. Нет. Уйди! Угу. Сам пискля.
А вот так.
Так! Игорь! У меня сейчас игра зависла. Смотри на это.
Да.
Это что? Загрузка какая-то.
Ты на турнире была?
Нет еще.
Сходи.
Потом схожу. А что?
Это миссия, по-моему, выполнить эту миссию.
Какую эту?
Которая мертвецы.
Хм.
Смотри. Человек получает шею.
Вообще уже. Этот, наверное, опять в таверне сидит. Только там сидит, больше нигде. Хотя, вроде нет. Или да. Господи, что ж ты так лагаешь? Это он? Почему он быстрый?
Greetings. What business have you? I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence. But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night. And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
I'll do what?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get
Вообще
ready.
уже.
Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll
Нормально.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get
Вообще
dressed
уже.
up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect. Good luck then.
Нормально.
Well, it'll be tidy.
Любовные стихи. Ну. И чё, мне это учить надо?
Вот.
А ты учил?
God be with you,
Я тебе не
Henry.
показываю, как я это делал.
Нет.
Ну вот сначала ты пройди, потом я тебе покажу, что я сделал.
Что?
Не скажу.
На ютубе ты смотрел?
Нет.
Coming.
Вообще. Ну ладно. Завоевывать сердце благородной пани с паном мы будем уже в следующей серии. А пока что до встречи в следующих видео.
Нет.
Всем пока.